Now that the year is coming to a close, it's safe to say that one of the things that will be best remembered by those who consumed media in 2024 is X-Men '97. The Marvel animated series served as a continuation of X-Men, the animated series, which went off the air in 1996 and was thought to never be coming back. Iron Studios is celebrating X-Men '97 being the highest-rated Marvel project of the year, and of all time, by releasing a new figure of one of the characters who made that accomplishment possible, Magneto, voiced brilliantly by Matthew Watterson. The Magneto figure is set to launch in the third quarter of 2025 and retail for $179.99, which is on the low end for Iron Studios. Iron Studios is no stranger to working with Marvel or its Disney Plus series. The studio just recently unveiled a new Sylvie figure based on her appearance in Loki, the hit Marvel show starring Tom Hiddleston. This also isn't the first time that Iron Studios has released an X-Men '97 figure, as just a few weeks ago the company dropped a Wolverine figure showing Gambit on his back, which was one of the signature shots of the X-Men '97 trailer for those who remember. Iron Studios also dropped two other Marvel figures last month from different corners of the galaxy, with Kraven the Hunter getting a collectible ahead of Aaron Taylor Johnson's film released this month, and Jean Grey getting a White Phoenix collectible from Marvel Comics as well. Little is known about the second season of X-Men '97 at this time, but fans were disappointed to see it not included on the release schedule that Marvel recently unveiled for 2025. Other Disney Plus projects confirmed to release are Daredevil, Born Again, Ironheart, Marvel Zombies, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but there has been no mention of X-Men '97 Season 2. The first season was a colossal hit, but Marvel ended up firing showrunner Bo DeMaio, which is almost certainly part of why the second season of X-Men '97 is taking longer to get a release than it would otherwise. The Magneto X-Men '97 figure is now available for pre-order and can be purchased here. Check out the first look images of the figure above and watch X-Men '97 on Disney+. HYMM warns the children that Crimson Jack is a scoundrel, and Jod quickly tries to save face by reminding the children that he warned them about KHYMM. They scuffle and KHYMM winds up caught under a pile of books and maps as Jod leads the children out of the observatory. KB lingers behind to make sure KHYMM is all right, fueled by her own mistrust of Jod, and KHYMM cautions her to trust her head and not her gut when it comes to Jod, vowing to always be of help if the children need her. When they get back to the ship, Fern decides she's also had enough of Jod and his lies and half-truths, and she bars him from boarding the ship until he tells them who he really is. He tries to evade her demands, but SM-33 is more than willing to enforce his captain's orders. Jod admits that he never said he was a Jedi, he simply didn't correct Vim when he made the claim. Jod tries to reason with the children, going so far as to compare them as lost people, while promising to help get them home, especially if there's a reward involved. KB tells Jod that he works for them, not the other way around, and Jod reluctantly agrees to their rules. The episode ends with Jod and the Core 4 having to evade the pair of X-Wing fighters that KHYMM hailed when Crimson Jack showed up with the children. The sequence is a bit like a dramatization of how it feels to get paired with children on Smuggler's Run at Disney, particularly when it comes to having pint-sized gunners getting you out of a tight squeeze. Despite the odds, Jod manages to get them off the planet before they can be caught, with no real hint of what's to come in Episode 4. Next week, Watts and Ford return to pen an episode directed by the Academy Award-winning directing duo Daniel Kwan and Daniel Steinert, which is sure to be a delight, given their whimsical storytelling stylings. It will be interesting to see if the Captain Hook and the Lost Boys vibe persists throughout the series once Lowery isn't behind the camera, but the dynamic works well for Skeleton Crew. The series has really set itself apart from the rest of the Star Wars fare by toying with a more Amblin style, harkening back to the Spielbergian era of the late 80s and early 90s, which perfectly blends with Star Wars' campier aesthetics. With 3 episodes under its belt, Skeleton Crew has crafted a very curious mystery to solve where Aten and Jod are concerned. Hopefully, the creative team has given themselves enough time with the remaining episodes to answer both, while still exploring the larger galaxy around the characters. The first 3 episodes of Star Wars: Skeleton Crew are streaming now on Disney+. New episodes drop at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday.